Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll be converting standard form into scientific notation and scientific notation into standard form. So let's look at our first example. Let's look at this large number here. Remember, scientific notation is used to express very large numbers or very small numbers. So when we have this number here, 2.3 million or 2,300,000, how would I convert this over into scientific notation? I'm going to start from right here and we're going to move all the way down until we get to a number that is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. So if I stop right here between my 3 and the 0, notice here that you do have the number 23. 23 is larger than 1, which is good, but it also is larger than 10, which is not good. So I cannot stop here. I need to move over one more time because I need a number that is smaller than 10, but greater than 1 or equal to 1. So I'm going to go over one more and I'm going to stop right here between my 2 and my 3. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It puts us right here. So my scientific notation is going to be 2.3 times 10 to the 6th power. So let's look at this number here. I'm going to start from the back and I'm going to go all the way down until I get to a number that is greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It puts us right here between the 7 and the 4. So to write this in scientific notation, we're going to get 7.4 times 10 to the 9th power. So now let's say we had this number here for an example. So I'm going to start from here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It puts us right here between the 7 and the 4. So I'm going to get 7.4 times 10 to the negative 9th power this time. So notice here in my previous example, we have a positive exponent, but here in this example, I have a negative exponent. So when you are converting your standard form into scientific notation, some people may be wondering, well, how do I know what my exponent is going to be? Is it going to be positive or negative? And the only way to know that is you always look at the number, their standard form. Look at that number. If that number is larger than 1, then you know that you're going to get a positive exponent. If the number is less than 1, then you know you're going to get a negative exponent. Let's look at this number here. How do I convert this into, this is my standard form. So how do I convert this over into scientific notation? I'm going to start from back here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't stop here because this number, if I stop here, this number is greater than 10. That's not what we're looking for. We need a number that's less than 10. 5, 6, it puts us right here between the two 3's. So in scientific notation, this is going to be 3.32 times 10 to the 6th power. Let's look at this example here. How do I convert this into scientific notation? I'm going to start from the back here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It puts us right here between the 8 and the 5. So my answer is going to be 8.5 times 10 to the 11th power. Let's look at this example. I'm going to start from the back. We're going to move over until I get to a number that is greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It puts us right here between the 3 and the 7. So my answer is going to be 3.725 times 10 to the 6th power. And remember, for this case, remember the only way that I know that my exponent is going to be positive is because this number here is greater than 1. If it's less than 1, then you're going to get a negative exponent. But in this example here, This number is greater than 1, so my exponent is positive. So let's look at this number here. How do I convert this into scientific notation? Well, I'm going to start up here, and we're going to move over to the right this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop here between my 3 and the 1. 3.16 times 10 to the negative 4 this time. Let's look at this example. Notice here we have our leading zeros here. So we're going to move our decimal point. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to stop right here between the 4 and the 9. So my scientific notation is going to be 4.955 times 10 to the negative 5th power. And remember, you cannot stop here or here. Remember, we need a number that is greater than 1 or equal to 1, but it also has to be less than 10 as well. And the only place that would make sense is to stop here between my 4 and the 9. Let's look at 0.037. This is my standard form. How do I turn this into scientific notation? I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to move my decimal point. So we're going to do 1, 2. I'm going to stop right here between a 3 and a 7. So my answer here is going to be 3.7 times 10 to the negative 2nd power. And the reason why this is negative is because, remember, this is negative because this number here is less than 1. So let's look at this example. I'm going to move my decimal point all the way down until I get to a number that is greater than 1 or equal to 1, but less than 10. So I'm going to be right here between the 7 and the 0. So we're going to get 7.07 times 10 to the negative 6th power. So now let's convert scientific notations to standard form. So let's say I had this number here, 5.34 times 10 to the 4th power. And because this is a positive exponent, I'm going to move my decimal 4 places to the right. So we're going to start here, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. My new decimal is going to fall here. Now I'm going to fill in the gaps here with just zeros. So we have a 0 here and here. So your answer here is going to be 53,400. And remember, this is the same as 5.34 times 10,000 because 10 to the 4th power is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which gives you the 10,000 here. And when you multiply 5.34 times 10,000, you're going to get 53,400. Let's look at this, 3.27 times 10 to the negative 3rd power this time. So I have my 3.27 here, and because I have a negative exponent, I'm going to move my decimal point 3 places to the left this time. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. It puts us right here. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my spaces now with zeros. So we have a 0 here and here. So your standard form is going to be 0.00327. 3.21 times 10 to the negative 6th power. Since my exponent here is negative, I know I need to move 6 decimal places to the left. So we have our 3.21, and to the left we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It puts us right here. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my spaces here with zeros. So we have a 0 here, 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 and here. So your answer, your standard form, is going to be 0.0000321. 9.931 times 10 to the 5th power. Since my exponent here is positive, I'm going to move my decimal point 5 places to the right. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It puts me right here. And the empty spaces here, I'm just going to go ahead and fill them in with zeros. So your standard form is going to be 993,100. 6.02 times 10 to the negative 4th power. Since my exponent here is negative, I know I need to move my decimal 4 places to the left. So we're going to start here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It puts us right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my spaces now with zeros. So we have a 0 here, here, and here. So you're going to get 0.000602. 2.08 times 10 to the second power. Since my exponent here is positive, I know I need to move my decimal point 2 places to the right. We're going to get 1, 2. It puts us right here after the 8. So your standard form is going to be 208. 7.113 times 10 to the 7th power. I have a positive exponent, so this means I'm going to move to the right 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 puts me right here. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in my spaces here with zeros. And this is your standard form here. 2.29 times 10 to the 5th power. I have a positive exponent here. So am I going to move my decimal point to the left, or am I going to move my decimal point to the right? And I'm going to move my decimal point to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My new decimal falls right there. And I am going to fill in these spaces now with zeros. So your answer here is going to be 229,000. 8.73 times 10 to the negative 4th power. My exponent here is negative, so am I going to move my decimal to the right or to the left? And I'm going to move my decimal to the left because I have a negative exponent. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. My decimal is going to fall right here. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in the empty spaces now with zeros. So we have a 0 here, here, and here. So you're going to get 0.000873. And let's try one more. So 7.8 times 10 to the negative 3rd power. I have a negative exponent, so I'm going to move my decimal point 3 places to the left. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. My decimal is going to fall right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just fill in the spaces now with zeros. So 0 here and a 0 here. So your standard form is going to be 0.0078. Okay, so that is all for today. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.